What's up, Vault Dwellers? Dan here. Hey, I want you all to come back with me to the 1980s for a minute, because we're going to go to the horror section of the video store. Now, not the shiny new releases up front. We're going to the back wall. You know, where the weird movies lived. And half of those movies you'd probably never heard of and would never hear of again. Well, here's my promise on this group today. I'm pretty sure you have not seen a single one of these movies on this list. Not one. And I know a few of you will probably prove me wrong, but most of these movies, they weren't made by studios. I mean, they really weren't made by anybody that you would know. These were just some people with camcorders who shot them in their own houses, in their own backyard. They cast their friends, and one of them even cast their own mom. And they got them onto the shelf because in the 80s, the shelf was starving for more. This was the Wild West, and that's the whole reason these things exist. This is 9 camcorder horror movies from the 80s. All right, let's dig up some graves.
Fell in love. Everybody knows you had a sickening little trice with that retarded black boy down the street.
We were friends, you evil-minded redneck sow!
We are going to get started with The Blonde Death from 1984. And you know what? You might call me a cheat for this one. And I'll totally own that. Because this one, it never made it to the video store. It played mostly at midnight shows and art galleries in Los Angeles. And totally got like bootlegged for 30 years. But you need to know what's actually on the tape, because it's something else.
Contemporary rock music.
With secret messages buried between the lines by any chance?
Crazy, there's no such thing.
Oh, there's a lot you don't know, young lady. But you're gonna find out.
Tammy, she's this repressed teenage girl who's stuck with just the worst family in America. Her dad is a government creep, and her fundamentalist stepmother is just quietly trying to poison him with spiked Tang. Ah, God, I miss Tang. So she can inherit his money and open a church with her boyfriend.
Damn it, Chloe. I told you to wait. Oh, I just couldn't. Oh, the idea of being here with her for 3 weeks was more than I could bear.
And that's just the home life. Then both parents leave town, and Tammy, she's just free. And she does not use that freedom very well. First, a one-eyed lesbian named Gwen tries to seduce her.
Oh, it's just long. You know, it'd be a lot easier if you just let me skirt.
And then an actual escaped murderer named Link kicks in the door and takes her hostage at gunpoint. And instead of calling the cops, Tammy, I guess being from Stockholm or something, falls in love with him. The two of them start piling up bodies together, and their big romantic plan for a fresh start is to go and rob Disneyland. The heist was shot inside actual Disneyland. No permission, cameras just rolling in the Magic Kingdom, while real families strolled through the shot without permission. Somebody looked at that footage and said, yeah, let's just totally leave that in. This whole thing was made for $2,000, and every single person in it is a maniac with the impulse control of a toddler. And it's probably the funniest movie on the whole list today. I think you should actually see it.
You people are evil. I want to be a little boy again with my mommy and daddy. I want to go home.
Who'd ever think we'd meet up with them again so soon?
I told you I had a feeling about this.
It's a small world, isn't it? Isn't it?
All right, let's talk about the Cannibal Campout from 1988, which does sound like it was made to play on Nickelodeon or something. But this is about 4 kids going camping, and more than s'mores gets eaten. So here's the movie. You have 2 young couples who drive out to the woods for a weekend of partying, and they run straight into 3 enormous backwoods brothers who eat people.
That sure is a lot of meat.
Yeah. And look at those girls. There were 2 of them down there. Imagine what fun you can have with 2 girls.
The brothers, they stalk them, grab them one at a time, and work through them. In the movie, it's really in no hurry to be tasteful about any of it. It actually starts before the campers even show up. There is this killer in a fighter pilot helmet hacking a woman apart with an axe, just so you know what you signed up for.
You're not so S-M-A-R-T, are you? Did you hear what he said? He said, shut the fuck up. One more word out of you, and the bitch gets her throat slit.
And then it builds to the one scene everybody who has seen this movie can never forget for the rest of their lives because it involves a pregnant camper. And I'm not going to describe this on camera. Let's just say that the brothers, they're hungry and they're not picky. It's creepy as heck.
And you smell hot.
Let her alone. Get your fucking hands off her. For God's sake, she's pregnant.
Isn't that something? She's got a bun in the oven.
But here's the part that it gets me. Fangoria reviewed this thing. A real national magazine looked at a backyard camcorder tape and called it the grossest movie this side of H.G. Lewis. The acting, it's atrocious, and the gore is super cheap. One of the cannibals sounds like Popeye. And you know what? You actually might have a great time with this thing. This is a put it on for friends movie that delivers exactly what the box promises.
We caught you!
Nobody gets away from us, bitch! You should know that by now! Nearly a flesh wound
I'm the man of the family now, Daddy.
At number 7, we have Splatter Farm from 1987, and it's just a nasty film, and it was made by children. So 2 teenage brothers get shipped off to spend their summer at their Aunt Lacey's farm out in rural Pennsylvania. And just about everybody on that farm has a secret. The handyman, Jeremy, he's quietly murdering people and stashing the parts in the barn.
You shouldn't be here. Unless you came to see me.
No.
Come on. We can be friends.
No way, man.
Maybe later.
And Aunt Lacey, she has some hobbies of her own that I'll let you figure out on your own should you watch this thing.
I love you when you hold me close. It reminds me when we were together. Now you're gone and you leave me alone with Jeremy.
Now the twins, they go start snooping and they find the barn, and then just the whole thing just comes apart. The content, it's pretty rough, and the execution keeps hilariously undercutting it. I mean, I think my favorite example, it's the finale where somebody takes a stick of dynamite to a very sensitive area, and the dynamite is obviously a Pringle can wrapped in tinfoil. I know, because I rewound it. And by the way, when they needed a body torn open, they used real animal parts. And if you look close enough, you're going to see some flies landing on the carnage.
I want to know what the hell's going on. Come on, asshole, tell me! You know I'm not afraid of you, so don't piss me off.
But, alright, here's the kicker. It's actually competent. They were 17 and 18 years old when they made this thing, and they were shooting gore shorts on 8mm for years. And the camera work, it's like sharper than half the grown-up productions on this list. Unsupervised teenagers, which is what we all were back in the 80s, made one of the most depraved things on the whole shelf and turned it into a career that ran past like 40 movies. Good for them.
You never killed your father, I did. And I spawned you. The results of inbreeding.
What?
He isn't my husband, he's my brother.
One of you will be our grand winner, the other, the loser. Unless one of our other players wins, and if that happens, we will play sudden death.
Cards of Death from 1986 is essentially the ghost of the list. This was shot in California in '85, then buried in Japan for just decades. And it's really the weird one. The plot is a secret underground game. Players draw tarot cards, and whoever ends up holding the death card has 24 hours to murder a chosen target, or they get killed themselves. So the whole city has this quiet little murder machine humming under it, and a police captain starts pulling the thread where body parts begin arriving in the mail at his station.
Sick. This is fucking sick.
It is a grimy, stylish, mean little movie with just lots of neon and synth and low-budget cruelty. The gag nobody forgets, it's the killer shaving a victim with a cheese peeler, like a block of Parmesan. And there's a room that crushes people.
Listen to me!
Two women drink a victim's blood out of a wine glass. I mean, this movie, it's a lot. And the guy who made it, Will McMillan, he had actually starred for George Romero in The Crazies before he wandered off and did this thing. A collector finally dug the Japanese tape back up in the 2010s, and the movie got its first American release in 2014, 29 years after it was shot. It waited that long to come out in its own country, and I'm not sure it should have.
I don't die, motherfucker.
House.
I'm sorry.
Now, if any of you have actually seen one of these movies, it's probably Boardinghouse from 1982, because this is where the whole thing started. It's the first horror movie shot on video. Yeah, like full stop, right? And the plot, which, you know, around here we got to use that word lightly. It's about a guy named Jim, who's played by the director, and he takes over a big Los Angeles mansion where an occult couple died back in '72, and he reopens it as a boarding house and rents the rooms only to young women. Of course he does. And then the house starts killing them off. And Jim, who just happens to be telekinetic, tries to sort it out with his mind. And just to be straight with you, like what it's like to watch this, it's one of the most gloriously incompetent things I have ever sat through. And I have sat through so much. The director spends most of the movie in his underwear, staring at people to move them with his brain. A woman's hand goes into the running garbage disposal, which I get. And there's like another one whose eyeball pops out into her mashed potatoes. Oh, by the way, it has this gimmick called Horrorvision. Before a gross scene, the movie throws up a screeching warning and a twitching gloved hand so you know to look away. Somebody made the first shot on video horror film in history, and their big technical innovation was a courtesy alarm. This is 90 minutes of pure ambition with zero ability, and I would probably take this over most competent movies made by Disney any day of the week.
Focus, white light, focus!
From the director who brought us Cannibal Campout, it's John McBride. He's back with Wood Chipper Massacre in 1988. I mean, this guy, he's brilliant at marketing, if I could say so. So this thing, he just basically did everything himself in this movie. He wrote it, he directed it, he edited it, he scored it, he starred in it on a budget of $400. That's it, just 2 zeros there. 3 kids get left for a week with their strict Bible-thumping Aunt Tess, who bans like dating and movies and music and buries them in chores. Then the youngest kid's mail-order Rambo knife shows up, and Aunt Tess, she tries to confiscate it. And in the struggle, she gets stabbed and she dies. Totally by accident, right? Now, they've got a dead aunt and a dad on his way home. So they do just the most reasonable thing possible. They stash her in a chest freezer, and then they rent a wood chipper and feed her through that.
She's too soft. You can only run hard things through this.
Hey, no problem.
and then just go right back to the yard work. And here's the detail that ruins me like every single time. Aunt Tess is played by Patricia McBride. She is John's actual mother. He put his mom in the movie and ran her through a wood chipper. Great job, John.
You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Especially you, John. You're the oldest. You're supposed to set an example around here.
Then his ex-con cousin turns up looking for Aunt Tess, and he starts shaking the kids down. And well, the chipper, it is right there, right?
I can't believe she left it here.
She did a lot of cooking while she was here. She must have just taken it off and forgot about it.
That sounds a little out of character for Mom.
So for a movie called Wood Chipper Massacre, by the way, the body count is exactly 2. So, I mean, you barely get a massacre out of this thing.
Electronics are easy to get rid of, but something like this would be too fucking hard.
It's so cheap. It's so slow. And half of it is just kids doing chores in suburban Connecticut. Yet, it is sincere, and it was made for $400, so how do you not love that? Now, cozy is the word I keep landing on. Essentially, it's just a cozy little movie about grinding up your relatives.
But to be honest, I can't take all the credit. Tom and Denise helped me out.
Well, then I am truly proud of all of you. I tell you, I bet I am the luckiest father in the world to have such great kids as you.
What I'm asking is, do you usually walk the beach at 1 a.m. by yourself?
2 or 3 times a week.
Why?
To think.
Get ready for a whole bunch of numbers. So at number 3, we have 555 from 1988. And this strange story takes place in Chicago. And it was shot on 1-inch tape, which is why it actually looks kind of crisp. Now, let me explain that title. A killer surfaces every 5 years in the 5th month of the year for 5 straight nights. 555. Got it? Now, he looks like a burnt-out 60s hippie, and he murders young couples, taking the men's heads clean off and doing something much worse to the women afterwards that I'm just gonna speed right past. And 2 Chicago cops, they catch the case and they're on it. And the opening tells you exactly what kind of movie you're in for, because a couple, they're making out at the beach, and the killer, he takes the guy's head off so hard that the opening credits literally start bleeding down the screen over his girlfriend. And I think we're just 2 minutes in. But here's the part most people can't get over. In between the grim murders, the 2 detectives keep stopping to just eat, arguing about the case over bratwurst. I mean, it accidentally becomes the greatest cop movie ever made.
Give me a dog with everything on it and a large cola.
Beef, sweet and hot peppers, large black coffee.
They couldn't find a distributor for this thing, so the guy actually invented one, Slaughterhouse Entertainment, which released this one film and then vanished from the world. 500 tapes were made, and the punchline nobody saw coming. Yale University, they have one of these in their library. Yale does. So you tell me, what's the tape you rented off the back wall from the movie store that looked just absolutely insane? I want the title, I want the plot, and I want it in the comments. Thank you.
Tanny?
Blood Cult from 1985 is probably the one that proves that there is sometimes money in this muck. Shot in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 9 days for about $30,000, and this was sold as the first movie made for the home video market. The story revolves around the sheriff and his daughter who are working a string of murders at a little Oklahoma college. Somebody is killing the sorority girls. They are always killing the sorority girls. Anyways, and they're taking pieces of these girls and leaving behind small dog head charms on each body. Because, I shit you not, the killer worships a dog god named Canis.
Brothers and sisters, welcome. And of Caninus, our Lord and Master.
This sold $450,000 in orders on the very first day. And what they were buying is just glorious crap. At one point, a victim's severed finger turns up in somebody's salad.
Thank you, and have a good day.
Hey, you too.
And a killer, he beats a girl to death using another girl's severed head.
Please no. 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 Please. Ah, no.
And the whole thing ends on a fire escape where the sheriff is just shouting nonsense at the killer. Now, do I love watching it? Not exactly. It's really just a whole lot of people standing in rooms talking between the good parts. Now, it's sitting at number 2, not number 1, because the last one, it's a hell of a lot more fun. And this list, it works on feelings, not always Homer.
I've completed the sacrifice for his Lord and Master.
No, Tina. No, not you. Tina!
Stay away from me. Stay away. Don't you come near me.
You're not gonna fucking believe this. Guess what was on the tape? Rick being strangled to death here in the store. No, I'm gonna take it to the police. Yeah, can you meet me at home? Okay, I'll see you then.
Okay, the one you all have been waiting for, our number 1 today is Video Violence from 1987. And that name sure fits because the guy who made this one owned a video store, which he made it for. So Gary Cohen ran 2 mom and pop video shops in New Jersey. And one day, this woman walks into his store with a baby on her hip and a horror tape in her hand and asks, "Is there any nudity in this?" He said no, but it's got a lot of violence. She said, "Great, no nudity. The kids can watch it." And that happened. And I totally believe him because I remember what it was like to be around in 1987.
The rating, what is it?
Oh, it's probably written on there, R.
Is that for nudity?
I really don't know, but I doubt it's for nudity. It's probably for all the violence.
Oh, good, okay, then I'll take it. The kids can watch it.
Blood cult.
And so he went home and he built a movie out of that same topic. So this movie is about a couple who opens a video store in a small New Jersey town, and the clerk starts noticing that locals, they only rent horror movies, like nothing else. And then this unlabeled tape turns up in the return box. He plays it, and it's his neighbors filming themselves murdering the town mailman.
Holy shit. This looks very, very real.
Man, that is real. That guy getting cut up is Reggie Hobbs. He's a friggin' postmaster. At least he was. I mean, supposedly...
It turns out the whole town is in on it too, and they make their own snuff tapes and pass them around like new releases. This movie actually commits to this premise completely. Like, there's this guy whose arm goes through a deli meat slicer, and later that day, they serve hand sandwiches. Not ham, hand sandwiches. There's this great piece where a customer asks for the Chainsaw movie, and the clerk just hands him a copy of Pieces. Yet, this movie does not hand you a happy ending. The clerk who started pulling the thread winds up on a tape himself.
Lights! Camera!
Rolling!
Action!
Now, he borrowed the camera to film this thing from a wedding video company, and he even edited it overnight in a cable company building, sneaking in after it was closed and leaving before it opened. He mailed this to 9 different labels whose names he read off boxes from his own shelves. 2 of them actually said yes, and he picked Camp Video for one reason. They promised him a big box and a poster. Well, he got neither, and he got no money at all. Yet, this is still number 1 because nobody in this entire story asked for permission. That's the whole 80s in a nutshell, right there.
Rachel, Steve, welcome. Hey, don't be shy. Come on in. We have been absolutely breathless with anticipation now, haven't we, friends and neighbors?
Yeah.
You know, here's what I've been thinking about. For like 10 years in the 1980s, which is like all the 1980s, there was a hole in the world. A shelf that needed filling faster than Hollywood could fill it. And the pile of nobodies with some camcorders walked right into it. They didn't have permission, they didn't have any money, they had no real idea what the hell they were even doing. I mean, with $400 or a mom willing to go into a wood chipper, you're in a video store sitting next to a major studio flick. But then the chains rolled in and the shelf space got bought up and the hole closed. And most of these people, they never made another video in their lives. But for a few wild years, the movies were as wide open as they've ever been, and the results were as insane as you hope they would be. And I would bet real money that you had never seen a single one of these until right now. If you want some more weird camcorder style movie reviews just like this, you need to let me know in the comments. But until then, keep it weird, folks.